first convention.
Yeah, so fairly not yet. Of our little group, I'm the only one that's actually first time at a Furry Con.
No, I can't. There's some door because me and
That's something I'm going to put in the hat.
Andrew,
I don't have anything that's expensive.
I'm gonna tar and feather him. And then I'm gonna clean him. And then I'm gonna set him on fire. And then I'm gonna laugh and dance while he two screams at me.
I'll help with that. You don't have to go. That's brutal. I love it.
You need to answer my tweets and you need to be on my show or I'm gonna kick you.
I will be on your show as soon as I have a Tuesday night free.
Okay.
Unless we pre-record it. Then I'll have to figure out when I'm going to be off on a Tuesday night because I'm working all till 9 p.m. on almost every night.
We're just here just have to take a day off.
I know. I'll have to. Well, I found out that something happened at work on my drive here, so my
You
schedule might
have
be
till
changing.
May to figure something out, so I booked till May.
Oh!
Okay. We'll do it. We'll do it for sure. We'll do it for sure at some point in March. We'll figure it out so that we'll do it like this month. Well, next month. It's still February, I think. Is it still February?
As of right now, yes, it is.
It is still
Never
February.
mind.
Yeah, you're good, don't worry.
I knew that.
I'm totally bidding on that story, just so you know.
You have to bid, you have to agree to secret.
$69.
How much?
69, dude.
No,
Now
you
be
can't.
careful. I'm also might be bidding, so I can keep this a secret.
So you might bid against yourself?
To keep it quiet, maybe.
You know what? I'm gonna wait until
Ladies
the
and
bid
gentlemen,
gets
so
up to
this is your
like.
first Furcon. We'll be starting in here in a few minutes. I've got to go walk the halls and I will be back. Pandas, feel free to start and I will rejoin you momentarily.
Not a problem. Feel free to come on up to the
So
front.
this is, okay, apparently myself and first starting.
Not a problem. Get to you in a minute.
So this is,
One. You say few.
Uncle I left me on stage with a microphone. Bad decision, Con.
still working on it.
That's gonna be year 5. It's a 5-year plan. The final year is gonna be bad decisions.
Back on radio for a short time while we set up for this is your first Furcon.
So this is your first Furcon. It's supposed to be starting now. Technically 2 minutes ago.
You're late. You're
I
late
know.
for Furry.
It's the furry fandom. We're always late.
It's furry late.
It's very late.
I'm spelling very
So, is anyone in here actually having their very first furry convention right now? Yes, we do have actual first Furcon people here. Oh, and we have a fursuiter that will be perfect.
No!
2 fursuiters.
I'm
that will be
perfect! Look at me!
I know.
I got ears. I got
First Furcon, you're perfect.
I'm
person
perfect.
to get those two.
Alrighty.
For your next one.
I know
All right,
how
well, I'm going to go ahead and
share,
get
but not
started,
myself.
even though there's supposed to be cohorts under me. Welcome to Fursquared, your first furry convention. Congratulations. Furry conventions are crazy and weird and wild places, and this is sort of a panel to sort of give you an idea of what to expect and things to keep in mind that will help you have a good time. Probably the very, very first thing you need to know about is the 6-2-1 rule. That's sort of a rule that they came up with at a lot of furry conventions, and it's more of a guideline than a rule, but try to follow it to the best of your ability and it will help ensure you have a good time. 6-2-1, what does that mean? The 6 means 6 hours of sleep. Red Bull is not sleep. Monster is not sleep. Espresso coffee is not sleep. Actual sleep is sleep. So 6 hours of sleep a night is sort of a good measure of what you want if you want to have a good time and stay healthy at the convention. There are people that you will see them Sunday morning. I'm still having a good time. I haven't slept yet. I've had 87 Red Bulls. Don't do that. Don't be that person. 6 hours of sleep, it's helpful to keep good brain function so that you can actually focus and enjoy yourself and have a good time. And it's good for your immune system. It helps keep you from getting that con crud. You don't want the con crud. That's that thing where like you're just hacking and sneezing and coughing after being at the con. But we'll get to that in a minute too. But 6 hours of sleep, that's kind of what you want to do. 621, 2 meals a day. Decent meals if you can. This con is amazing in that they have the free breakfast for all the people that are staying at the hotel. So,
I think that was changed.
no, pretty sure, yep. If you have a room at the hotel and you're there in time for the buffet,
Yes.
the breakfast is free.
I vouch. It is true.
They were going to charge us, but we got free because we had a room error last night. But otherwise, they were going to charge us.
Did you have your badges?
No.
If you wear your badges, then they know you're part of the con,
That's what.
and they'll give you your slip, but then it'll say, make sure you fill this out with your name and your room number so that if you're a registered guest, you won't get charged for your meal. Otherwise, they'll add it.
Much.
So, I mean, if you have any questions about that, check with the front desk, but to my knowledge, and Alkali confirmed that to me earlier, anyone who's part of the con, who's staying here, if you're a registered guest, you should be getting that free breakfast. So, bacon, egg, sausage, that's some good stuff. Slim Jim is not a meal. Cup of coffee is not a meal. Actual decent food, again, that's gonna help with your immune system, help keep you going, give you energy. If you're at 2 o'clock in the morning and all you've had all day is a monster or a bunch of monsters, that's not good. It helps keep you energy levels up and helps keep you active throughout the con. And then the one stands for 1 shower per day. A moist towel out is not a shower. Axe body spray is not a shower. Once again, that helps with the con funk. You'll see them, the people that are like, no, I'm gonna be in fursuit for like 18 hours a day and then not shower. Please don't do that. It's for the people around you. You may not notice because it's yourself, but the people around you will notice. And not only that, once again, it goes back to your health. You don't want all that clinging to you because that's grounds bacteria and ick. That will help spread con crud, which no one wants the con crud.
I got fronteria and bacteria.
You have sideteria?
Yeah. I got all the terias.
All the terias.
Oh, I got a cafeteria.
Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Since you're here, how about one thing that you need to know about when you're at a furry convention? Dealing with fursuiters. So I see we have 2 fursuiters in the room. Jaru, you
Bring
need
him
to
up
come
here.
up for a second.
Bring up the dog.
Come on up to the front of the room. All right. Well, fine. Sit there. Okay.
Oh. Shake.
Okay.
You need to speak in loud, clear tones. You sound like someone from the Great White North.
Okay.
Oh
So
my God, you're so short in person.
these people here, these are what you call fursuiters. You'll have these adorable people walking around and having a good time in costume, and they have some unique things about them that you need to know. First of all, vision when you are in fursuit is essentially tunnel vision. Jaru, I'm going to have my hand, you can see it here now, right? Okay, I'm going to come at from the side, and you tell me when you can see my hand, okay? Okay. Like we can see like this. This is his vision coming out like that. So, very, very tunnel vision. If you're beside them and you're like, oh my God, hi!
Get out!
They have no idea that you're there. They can get hurt if they're not careful, or if you're not careful. So, letting the fursuiter know you're there is a good thing. So if you're beside them, you want to get their attention, be like, hey, hey, how's it going? Don't just like go up and glomp them from the side. And if a lot of these guys, they like hugs. Yes, if you see a lot, they don't have vision below either. So if you see that, they're standing there and they're walking along and there's a chair right in front of their path, they're not going to see that necessarily. So hey, it's like, hey, yo, watch out, watch for that. If there's toddlers, watch for the toddlers. Try to keep them out from underfoot, literally.
Who has kids?
Kids in the furry fed.
I'm gonna step on them.
Actual bird.
But,
Sorry about your kid.
These suits, watch for the, a lot of people are like, oh my God, you're so cute, and they want to like bat the nose. That can really damage the suit, so be careful about that. Same with the ears. Some people, they have like kind of floppy ears. Some are fixed, so if you go to try and like bat at them, you can literally break the ears, so be careful about that. These are literally multi-$1,000 pieces of artwork that you can wear. So you gotta be careful about that. Oh.
6,000.
6,000.
No. God, who pays 6,000 for this?
600.
Yeah.
Another thing is, if you want, they don't mind if you pet them a little bit, but don't scratch the fur. This fur doesn't grow back. If you scratch your cat, their fur goes off into the air, and then it grows back. These guys, that doesn't work. So if you're gonna pet them, try to pet with grain, and they don't mind that because that fur won't come out. Another thing is, make sure your hands are clean. If you just ate a bagel or a sticky bun, don't go like, oh, that thing's amazing. Once again, that fur does not grow back. So, you know, if you're gonna be dealing with these guys, make sure your hands are well clean. What else? We have places called the Headless Lounge where these guys will tend to go from time to time. You're not supposed to go in there unless you are a fursuiter or you are what's known as a handler. So if you're the person accompanying the fursuiter to assist them, you are allowed in there. But otherwise, there's no photography, there's nothing like that in there. A lot of these people, you know, this is their character. They don't want them associated with the character. They're two separate people. That's just polite. So stay out of there. But a lot of times they'll be on their way there. They might give you signals that they don't have time to sit and chat. A lot of them, they'll be playful, they'll have fun, but sometimes they're getting hot, they're getting dehydrated. They'll give you, if they're showing you signs like this, that could be a sign he needs water. Possibly.
Or he's about to have
or he's having a heart attack. Grab. But they might give you the, what's the standard? I'm getting too hot right now. So, all right, if they give you that wave, that means they're kind of hot. They don't have time to talk right now. And some of them, they could literally, if they've been just suiting for like 10, 12 hours, which some of them will do, because they are stupid, I mean, they're adorable. If they get to that point and they realize, oh my gosh, I need to get out of suit now, if they give you that wave, don't stop them, don't interrupt them. If anything, try and assist them if you can. Or if you can't, grab a staff member if it looks like they're really in distress. But, I mean, if they're walking down the hallway just to go to their room and they give you that symbol like, hey, I can't talk right now, don't be offended. It's just that they literally have to get out of suit right then. Anything else in the suits that I'm forgetting? Oh, if you're gonna take, these guys, they love to have their picture taken. They're almost as egotistical as me, so. Except that guy, he can't stand it. Unless I'm taking a picture from the roof and he's in the opposing parking lot.
That
But
was
that
my
doesn't.
GPS bracelet. Do not let them see it.
Yes.
Not
if you're going to be taking video of them, let them know so they don't go. Are you done? Are you done? Oh, I'm videoing you. Oh, you son of a. So let them know if you're videoing, just so they know not to stand there and not do anything. And if you are taking a picture, if your flash goes off, they'll think it's done. If you don't have a flash on, just give them the, hey, that's great. Give them, you know, that was awesome. Yeah, I got it. So they know they can start moving again. Anything else with the fursuiters?
My brain is small. I cannot think of things.
Well, we knew that, but anything else with fursuiters? I think that's pretty much it with these guys.
Do not put your kids in front of me.
Some of them will talk and some of them will not, so it depends on which ones you have. You know, Punk Cat is very vocal.
No! Yes!
Very vocal.
Yeah!
He's alkali level with other
mouth is a
microphone.
tool!
Whereas this one here, he tends not to talk. He might go, wow, but yeah, that's about it.
You have an internal monologue.
So some of them, so if they don't talk back at you, don't freak out. Some of them just, they're that much in character. They don't have a voice. They'll just be like, wow, or woof, or panda noise, whatever that is. So, thank you very much. I think that's it. If you guys think of anything else, come up and let me know.
Oh, I will think of something at the worst possible moment, and I will tell you about it in the most vocal way.
All right. Let me see.
You will say,
what
why
else
did they
have
let
we
him in?
got? Let me see. staying hydrated, always a good thing. It's part of the 621, but just, make sure you're staying hydrated. There's usually water out in a few different places where you can grab some. I know there's other things I should be talking about, but that's why I'm supposed to have a co-host who is not here.
What kind of free stuff can we get?
What kind of free stuff do you get? Air? Lights. You get a free dance.
You're sweet or not?
There's a dance in the evenings that I talked about earlier if you were here in the previous panel. Go to the dance, have fun. One of the big things about a furry convention is socializing. It's getting and meeting new people. It's, go out and talk to them. And, my very first furry convention, I was the introvert. I was the guy right at the back of the wall, like, they're all having a good time. And I'm here, so I'm having a good time too. Click, yay. Go out. I mean, it took me 2 or 3 cons to get out there and actually socialize. But once I did, I realized there's a lot of people with common interests out there that, I wouldn't have met had I not gone and talked to them. So, you see someone and, just be like, hey, my name is Pandez and I'm from Canada. How are you? And,
Sorry.
Sorry. My name's Pandez. How's it going? Yeah, no, I really am from Canada. I don't talk like this unless, it's part of the act, but, the Dealer's Den and the Artist Alley. One thing that is unique, well, not unique to cons, but amazing about free cons, we have those 2 rooms. The Dealer's Den and the Artist Alley, places where you can buy tails and ears and get artwork done. If you haven't been to a furry convention before, go check out those 2 rooms. You can get pictures of your character done. I'm not wearing any of mine because I am dumb and I forgot. But you can get badges done, you can get chainmail, you can get earrings. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff down there. So, go check it out. It's a couple pretty cool rooms. Furry conventions almost always have a charity. And that is the wonderful and amazing thing that has got me into somehow working like 18 cons now. There is a charity table out there. It's almost always for animals. Not always, but typically. So you can go out there, talk to the charity people, get to know what they're about. They're pretty cool. Because that's the ultimate goal, is to have fun and to help the charity out for pretty much every furry con. What else? Go through the con book. Read the different panel descriptions of what's going on. What I like to do, I haven't done it yet because I just found out about all the panels I'm running. Go through the pocket guide, and what I like to do is circle all the ones that you're like, hey, because you'll forget. If you're like, oh, I'm totally gonna go to this, open mic panel, and then it's Saturday, and you're like, oh, there was an open mic panel on Friday? Damn. So, one really thing is circle all the panels. You will forget. You'll get caught up in the moment. And if you just have that with you and you have it in your pocket and you go, oh yeah, was there something I was gonna go to? Oh, there's that panel starting in 5 minutes. So that's a really useful tip. Con staff and
What time is 14 o'clock? I have no idea. Is that Canadian?
It is, it's metric.
Metrics, ah!
Yeah.
It is 5 nights the normal time. Okay.
Yes, question.
14 o'clock is 2 o'clock.
14 o'clock is 2 p.m. East, Central Standard Time.
Like it's stacked.
Wisconsin.
Okay, yeah.
Remember that.
Like
Welcome to Wisconsin. You're in Central.
Oh my God, you Wisconsinites.
Wisconsinites. Welcome to Beer Cheese.
Cheese and 14s.
I'm going to try and think of some more things which I know I'm supposed to talk about, but I'm blanking right now. So I'm going to open it up to any questions. Does anyone have any questions about furry conventions in general, or anything I've talked about, or anything that I might have missed that you're like, hey, what about this? Nothing?
This is where I ask leading questions, but I have none.
He's just looking at you.
You are not being helpful.
Might have said it all.
Wait, have you ever
4
been
minutes.
helpful? I'm trying to think. Yes. Oh, yes. Is anyone here that it's their first con is also a sponsor or super sponsor?
Wow.
Yes. One thing you need to be made aware of is the Sponsors Lounge. That will help considerably with the 2 part of the 6-to-1 rule. The Sponsors Lounge, if you are a sponsor or super sponsor, the Sponsors Lounge is open a majority of the time at the convention. You can go and get drinks, foods. At non-meal times, they have snack food, and then they have actual actual food. So you don't have to go, I have a handful of these orange curly things. What the heck are those called? I can't even think right
Cheese
now.
puffs?
Cheese puffs, thank you. I have a handful of cheese puffs. That's a meal, right? No.
Local Cheetos for alcohol.
Cheetos. Cheese puffs, Cheetos. Cheetos. Mom. Ooh. Yes. One thing that's kind of unique to this con. Well, there's a lot of cons that have like different areas. There is in your pocket guide a map of the hotel. You will note, not only is there a lot of stuff here on the main level, there's a whole page dedicated to the lower level. That's right. If you go down the stairs that are just out here or over by the lobby, there is a whole lower level where there are a bunch of other programming rooms. That's where Artemis is going to be. That's where a whole bunch of other stuff is going to be. Let's see, lower level. The whole Moorland room section. Board gaming is down there. If you feel like working out, the fitness center is down there. I should probably go there. Where's that at? Well, I mean, that's just the hallway. That's not, I wouldn't call the hallway the zoo. But yeah, close enough. There's a whole bunch. Check out that whole hallway down at the end. That's where where the registration was, where Dealer's Den is, all that kind of stuff. And then check out the lower level. Make sure to check out the lower level. I worked for one convention in Michigan where most of the stuff is on the main level, and we have a bunch of stuff on the second floor. And a lot of people found out at closing ceremonies there was another level because we didn't have proper signage. Hopefully, we're fixing this here. Definitely check out all the different levels. Check out all the levels. Anytime, if you have any questions, if you have any issues, if you have anything at all, go to the staff. That's what they're there for. They're not there to be imposing. They're there to help you have an enjoyable experience. That's why we put these things together. That's why I'm here up on this stage helping, even though I'm not actually staff, is to make sure that everyone has a good, enjoyable, healthy time. And anything comes up, any questions, go to ConOps, go to, if you see staff member in the hallway, say, hey, do you have a second? If they don't, ask them, hey, well, do you know where I can find someone to just ask this question? And they should be able to tell you. So, make sure you're using that aspect of the con, because it will come in handy if anything comes up. Any questions from anyone at all? Yeah, I know you're still trying to think of one.
I'm thinking.
If it's about trash cans, I'm not going to answer it.
I'm thinking Pam Menez. I'm thinking.
What did you call me?
Pam Menez.
Jimenez?
Pam. What?
Close enough.
How do you say it?
Dez.
Oh.
Dez.
Okay.
Did you have a question? I thought you had. No?
Oh, could you explain to us the meaning of life?
The meaning of life? 42.
I'm afraid of fuss hooters. What should I do?
Don't look in the mirror.
That's not what I expected.
Seriously, have a look through the main con book and read through some of the panels. You might find something that you've been interested in but never really had a chance to explore. Like,
Can I still participate in this and not be a fuss hooter?
yes, you do not have to be a fursuiter to be at a furry con or to be a fur. You don't have to wear ears or tails. You don't have to wear hats. I don't know why I'm wearing a hat, but it's felt like it. Because my hair is way too long. That's a constant misnomer. Everyone's like, okay, well, I need to go to a furry convention and get my fursuit, because if I'm not a fursuit, I'm not a furry. Yes, you are. You're a furry. You don't have to wear anything. You don't have to have a badge to be a furry. You don't have to go to a fur con to be a furry. It's awesome that you're here, and we're all glad.
I can do it in my basement.
Yes, you can be in your mom's basement on the computer and still be a furry and not have any actual art or a fursuit or a job.
Gaming rooms smell like home. Awesome.
Yes, this is just like home, but don't walk around in your underwear. They will take offense to that. So,
Or worse.
they may ask you to go back to your room and pack up your belongings and go. So, I know there should be a lot more I should be telling you about. Honestly, I cannot think of it because my co-host is not here. That's what happens when your co-host is the chairman.
It's good. It's good.
It is good. Any questions? Anything at all? Yes.
What is the zoo exactly?
The zoo is basically just an area to go and hang out. Like, you'll see artists will just be sitting there doodling and drawing stuff, or if someone's full up of commissions from the artist alley, they may give up their table and go over to the zoo and just draw. Or it's just a place to socialize. If like if all of us just wanted to go hang out in the zoo, we could just head over there and just like chill, you know. But no, seriously, that goes into where I said go out there and just talk to people and hang out. The zoo's a good place for that. It's basically just either chairs or tables and chairs, depending on how they have it set up, because I haven't checked it out yet. And people just go hang out, chat about cereal. I don't know. Trix Rabbit, he's hot. I don't know. Hello, we have another member. Welcome to So This Is Your First Furcon Society.
Well, I'm actually just looking for my room key.
Oh.
So,
Has anyone found a room key?
no, like my roommate has my room key.
Has anyone found his roommate?
It was my Dex.
Is Dex in the room? Dex is not in the room, unfortunately.
Oh wait, Brookfield too, not
Dex,
Boston.
you share 2/3 of Dex's letters.
Well, thank you for coming by. Oh, it's another fursuiter. Hello, fursuiter.
Ah, get out!
Goodbye, fursuiter. Hello, fursuiter. Any other questions? Seriously, anything at all? I mean, that's what we're here for, is to answer literally anything you can think of about this con or cons in
Take
general.
your side 621, E621, whatever it's called.
The 666 rule. Wait a minute. The 666 rule. Yes. Don't do the opposite of the 621 rule. If you do the 126 rule, where it's like 1 hour of sleep and 2 showers a day and 6
I took 6
meals,
showers.
no, that's not good.
I'm getting flaky fur.
Remember, kids, drink your school and go to
I
milk.
remember milk.
Yeah, Mr. G. So, yes.
I just have a question. You said you've been 18. This one's only been going for 2. Which is your favorite?
My favorite convention?
Sorry.
I've actually, okay, so this is technically, I lost the math somewhere when I was trying to figure this out a while ago, but I think it's somewhere around my 35th Furry Convention. Because I am insane, and I help out too many of them. My very first Furry Convention was FCN, or Furry Connection North. It unfortunately no longer exists, although it was the con that took over its place. It's hard to answer that question because when you work for a bunch of them, you're like, I should say this con because I work for them, but I should say this con because I work for them, but I should say this con because I work for them. I like IFC, Indie Fur Con, because I'm the chairman. I like Motor City Fur Con because it's my home con, I live right there. I like this con because Alkali lets me get up on stage with a microphone and not direct me and just basically lets me have free reign, so that's cool. If I had to pick a con though that I thought was a really great convention, like if you want to check out a really fun convention, if you're talking within the area, Midwest Fur Fest down in Chicago is fantastic. It's big, but it doesn't feel like a big con.
Bring a gas mask.
Too soon, bro.
You're the green one, come on!
Midwest Free on Con. No.
It's more natural color, thank you very much.
If you're looking to travel, Texas Furry Fiesta, I went there last year. They were actually just the other week.
Yeah.
Fantastic convention. The Thursday of the convention, you can actually join a caravan of people and go out to visit the care facility. That's the facility where they have all the lions and the tigers and a cage full of lemurs. And I went there last year, and I actually got to go in with like a tray full of fruit, and I was like popping grapes into a lemur's mouth. I had one like right on my shoulder, like pop, pop, pop. And he's just like, typical furry. But that I like that aspect of it. But I've been to so many different ones. Like they all have their pros and cons, pun not intended. But I mean, Anthrocon's the biggest. Midwest Fur Fest is the biggest nearby. They were at 4,000 people or something this year, 4,500. I don't even remember. But it's spread out, but it's not spread out at the same time. It's really hard to answer that question because it depends on the individual. Like some people like huge conventions where most of the stuff is in the convention center, and then you're just in the hotel room just when you're sleeping. That's it. Some people like the smaller cons, like the ones that are like this size, like 400, 500, 600 people, where you can actually see everyone that you want to see there. You go to a 6,000 person con, you try and find all the people you want to talk to, and that could be 1,200 people, and that's impossible. You go to a con that's like 500 people big, and you can actually hang out, socialize, have a drink, have food with pretty much everyone you want to talk to. So it just depends on the individual. I'm up for pretty much whatever. I mean, I go to furry conventions, I go to Comic-Con. You kind of have to, the only thing I can recommend is check out a larger convention. Like, if you're in the area, check out MFF next year, if you can. And then you'll get a feel for a larger convention. And then you've been here, so this is, we're gonna be somewhere between probably 400 and 800, depending on how many people show up over the next 2 days.
Come on, promote. IFC, go VideoCon.
I can't keep talking about Indie FurCon. I'm not that narcissistic. Wait a minute, yes I am. So, Indie FurCon, if you like Indianapolis in August. All I can suggest is try a few different cons. Talk to people and ask them, like, get lots of different people's opinions. What cons do you like to go to and why? Because you'll get all kinds of different answers. And then the only thing I can really recommend, try a few different ones. Go to, AC once, go to Midwest Fur Fest once, go to, if you want, like a medium-sized con, like Motor City has like about 1,000-ish people. Here we're gonna be just a couple hundred people. So you'll get to see all the different levels and go, what do I like, And some people love the huge ones, some people love the small ones. I'm rambling, so I'm not trying to beat the clock down at all, no. But it's very individual based, but yeah, that's all I can really say about that.
I wish I had more questions for you.
Don't you have a question for me?
Oh, I can think of questions.
Okay. Any other questions? Anyone have any other questions at all about?
You can't handle my questions.
I could make an innuendo about handling your questions.
No.
But I'm not going to go there. I know there's something I should be talking about. We talked about 621. We talked about the sponsors line. We talked about fursuiting.
Sponsor to get free food.
Yep. No, we talked about. If you're not a sponsor and you're just an attending, remember, poke your head in. You can't actually go in, but poke your head in the sponsors lounge to see the kind of food they have there, and it might be worth it to you to increase the sponsor. So, something to throw out. I literally can't think of anything else off the top of my head. So unless you guys have any other questions, I'm probably gonna disband the panel because I don't think anyone else is gonna show up this late. But just remember, I'm not my staff, but if you see me around, ask me questions. I'm here for that. If you see anyone with a staff badge, ask them if you have any questions because that's what they're there for. And just have a fun time, but have a safe time too. I mean, don't go overboard. If you think you're reaching that level, scale it back a bit because we don't want to see ambulances outside. We don't want to, remember you can't just crash on a couch in the lobby. They don't like that. So, have a good time, but have a safe time at the same time. So,
Have a legal fun time. We don't want police users out.
Yeah, any vehicle that has flashing lights on it, we don't want to see. Reporters. Let's cover reporters. I don't think we're going to have any at this convention, but you never know. Best thing, if you see someone walking around asking questions, check with a staff member. Just be like, hey, did you know that there's someone, walking around? And if you see someone, comes up to you with a camera or a microphone and is like, hey, can I ask you a couple questions about the convention? It's totally your prerogative of what you want to say, but just remember, especially since this is your first FurCon, refer that to a staff member if you can, because we're trained to talk to the media. The media is out for the story. Not the actual story, they're out for the story.
Yeah.
And they can take anything you say and twist it however they want. So there's a lot of people on staff that are trained to talk to the media, that know how to phrase things the best way. So there's a lot of ways to say the same thing but in a different way that comes off a little better. So, if at all possible, refer to a staff member. Oh, well, you know what? Hey, why don't you talk to this person? They're on staff. They can answer those questions better. But like I said, it's your call about what you want to say to any of those reporters. But a lot of times, you know, like if it's ABC or NBC, answer away. If it's, you know, Howard Stern out there, or you know, what's all this stuff going on here? You might want to refer that to a staff member, just to be on the safe side. So. Anything else? Yay, panel. Okay, I'm going to call the panel then, but like I said, anything comes up, anyone has any questions, check with me, check with a staff member, that's what we're here for, okay? Go out, have a great con, enjoy yourselves. Thanks for coming by.
You know, sometimes when it's Saturday at 11 p.m. and you stand up for the first time in like 2 hours, and you're like, right there.
What's that?